Hello, everybody. This is Chrigel from the band Eluveitie, and you're listening to Collision on Voice FM.
How are you?
All right, yeah, thank you.
That's good. You are, well, let's actually start with it's Eluveitie.
Yeah,
That's how you say the band name?
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
You started Eluveitie, it was actually in the early 2000s, but I'm wondering where you got the vision for this band. What were you doing before you started?
I'm playing music since quite a while, and I've been playing death metal for quite some years. I formed my first death metal band in 1991, but I was also playing Celtic folk music since many years, and it was just like a long year dream I had back in the day to just combine the two kinds of music that I love and play myself. And yeah, that's basically it. And that's why I formed Eluveitie nearly 15 years ago now. And in that sense, it was also clear that it will be like a rather large lineup, because everything I wanted to be handmade. I mean, there's no point in just having a keyboard and playing with bagpipe sounds and stuff like that. I mean, if you do that, you can also like just put a drum computer on stage and skip the drummer. So there's not much of a point in that. So I wanted the real instruments, and so in that sense, it just requires a certain amount of people to play that.
Can I ask where the Celtic link comes in? Because you play Celtic music, the band's based on a Celtic name. But I mean, I personally associate Celtics with like more the Irish and that.
Yeah, the Celtic link comes in because we're from Switzerland. I mean, Switzerland is a Celtic country, and of course, like today, especially if it comes to the music, like the Celtic tradition is mainly known from Ireland and probably Scotland and Brittany. But yeah, back in the day, the ancient days in the old world, like the heart of the Celtic culture actually was in this area, like in today's Switzerland, in northern France or central France, and that area. And it was actually only later when the Celts also started settling on the British Isles. And yeah, that's actually why. And that this is also where our name comes from. Helveti, back in the day, actually was a family name, but it derives from the name of a Celtic tribe. And it literally translated, it means I, the Helvetian. And the Helvetian was like one of the largest Celtic tribes in the ancient world. And it was that Celtic tribe that inherited the country we live in today. And it's like in Switzerland, it's actually even kind of in use, this name. I mean, there's a lot of Celtic heritage in Switzerland, but also the name is still kind of in use. I mean, if you visit a Swiss website, for instance, like the extension is not SW or something like that, it's CH, and this stands for Confederation of Helvetia.
Oh,
So actually, the country is still named after this old Celtic tribe back in the day.
right. It seems like you actually know quite a lot about this, and I guess there's a lot of, folk tales and that associated. Do you base a lot of the writing on that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what a lady does is, I think you can call it like narration of history. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing, and we're dealing a lot with Celtic mythology, but also just with plain history. I mean, we're in our songs we're dealing with Celtic history, Celtic culture, with just the history of, let's say, our people in that sense. But to me, yeah, it's also like really important that this is done really substantiated and historically correct and well founded. And in that sense, I'm also always working together with diverse scientists from different universities all over Europe. I did this since day one. I mean, of course, over the years, you kind of get to know each other and become friends. And today, we've actually have kind of a network already with different professors and historians and Celtologists all over Europe we're working with if it comes to our lyrics.
Right. It kind of sounds to me like the band's allowing you to sort of live a part of history within the modern world.
I wouldn't say that honestly, because like it's. I mean, I know there's a lot of this reenactment movement and all that, and there's also like this kind of, you see sometimes this kind of mindset of escaping into another time and thinking that back in the day everything was better and blah blah blah, and that's not my point of view, not at all. And it's every era, every age has its wonderful sides and its bad sides. And it is like that today, and it was like that back then 2000 years ago. I'm not kind of trying to escape into those ancient times or kind of reviving them or something. But, what happened back in the day, those people were our ancestors, and what they did and experienced kind of still shapes what we are and live today. And I just basically think it's worth writing songs about.
Yeah, awesome. And well, you are bringing the show to Australia, which I'm sure, like, your band touring must be quite an expensive, and it'll have to be a well organised tour because there's so many of you. But since you announced your Australian tour, you've actually had a not so happy announcement with you losing three of your members after this tour.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to talk about that, or like at least like how you're going to recover after you get home? Are you going to be looking to replace all three of them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we kind of have to. I mean, we cannot go on without the drummer, or I mean, we could, but I think it would sound perfectly weird,
Mhm.
honestly. And it's the same for guitar or and hurdy-gurdy. So yeah, of course, we have to look for new members. But what we decided is that we really want to take our time for that and like really carefully look for new people, new musicians, and yeah, that we just want to take the time and due to the fact that we actually do not have time because like we have summer festivals and everything booked, yeah, all throughout the year. So we decided to play at least the summer festivals and the open airs and all that with stand-in musicians, with session musicians,
Mhm.
and we want to use this time to just carefully search for new musicians to fixedly join our band.
But this tour of Australia, it's actually Merlin, Anna, and Ivo. They are still coming to Australia with you. This will be their final tour.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, yeah, totally. Absolutely, yes.
And the mood in the camp's all right. Like everything's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's both, On one hand, it's I mean we're all professional musicians and we do handle the situation professionally, and we play the shows and we'll do our best to put on the best show ever. But on the other hand, it's just on a personal level and emotionally, it's of course it's tough to handle. I mean we've been around for nearly 15 years, and in this lineup with Anna and you and Merlin, like for I think at least 10 years now or something. And if you look at our touring schedule, you will find out that we actually spent most of our lives together on tour the last years, the last 10 years. So, of course, a departure like that is it's nothing easy. It's something that just personally and emotionally is tough to handle, of course. But, this is not something that should affect the show or anything.
No, I'm sure that there'll probably be a lot more emotion in the shows and that because for you guys, it's that sort of weird sort of where to stand, and for them, it's their final tour of Australia with you. So, and that leads me to actually how long since you were last here?
Yeah, honestly, it's been way too long, and in that sense, we can't wait to finally get back there. I mean, it's been, I think, nearly 3 years since we've been to Australia last time. So yeah, we've been waiting for it, and we're super happy to finally come back.
And you actually, it is next week that you're here. Your tour starts on the 17th in Perth, and then the 19th in Brisbane, the 20th in Sydney, the 21st in Melbourne at Max Watts, and the 22nd in Adelaide. So I'm just looking, you do have only a couple of days off there.
I think we might have like a day off or two during these days. And afterwards, as far as I have it in mind correctly, I might be wrong. But I think we'll head over to Singapore straight after that and then go on to Bangladesh and Taiwan and whatever.
All right. So have you toured India before?
Yeah, sure, yeah, of course.
I've heard that they love their heavy music over there. Do you find that? Do you like going there?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, they definitely love heavy music in Asia.
Awesome. And of course, they do in Europe and in Australia. And it is Tombola Entertainment who are bringing you out here. And it is the 17th, next Tuesday, that you start your tour. I mean, you must have your bags half packed sitting next to you right now.
Not yet.
But yeah, is it anything that you want to say to your Australian fans?
Well, to me, it always, like in every interview, just remains to say thank you for the interest in our band. But what else I could say is just come to our bloody shows, because we'll come over to Australia with kind of a special set. We'll play like a 2 hour set, and we'll take our listeners by the hand and lead them on a journey pretty much throughout our complete discography, including acoustic tracks as well, and maybe even one first track of our upcoming album. So I think that's something worth seeing.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know when this upcoming album will be out?
No, no, no. We are working on it right now. It will be the second part of our acoustic concept. 2009 we released a purely acoustic album called Evocation Part One, and now this year we're working on Evocation Part Two. And yeah, we just plan to record it this year, sometime probably in fall or something. But that's basically it. So in that sense, there's no release date fixed or something.
So then people should definitely get on facebook.com, and it is Eluveitie.
Exactly.
And you do have the website eluveitie.ch. And yeah, you've got everything's available and links to your social media and everything on the website if people want to go and find that.
Exactly.
And yeah, Tuesday night, the tour begins, and I hope it's an awesome one for you.
Yeah, it will.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much and have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.